Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Deus Ex Human Revolution. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as I knock this guy out and hopefully don't get seen by anybody. Because there's no patrols here. Or rather, there are patrols, he's the patrol, but there's no cameras here or anything. So, I don't like where we are. They might have long patrols. Hopefully they don't. What do you have? Pocket Secretary. What does the Pocket Secretary have for us? Passwords. Of course. Jesus Christ. Okay, so there's two of them over here. One of them is bugged. That is lovely. I wonder if you're the one who went over there to check me out. Because I forced one of them to do that. By being there, effectively. We have another Pocket Secretary with more passcodes. Ammunition case with bad things. Well, it's ammunition, so I suppose we knew that already. We don't need that, because we don't use it. Although he could have given me the nice ammunition for non-lethal things. Good defense there. Go there. Can hack this one. Can hack this one as well. It's good enough. It's good enough. We got everything.
Access granted.
And we disable the cameras. Hi. There's some dude in the very wide aspect, well, very stretched aspect ratio. Hopefully that's not the one that I briefly saw in the minimap, because if it is, I'm sort of screwed. Okay. The defense is going well. Let's defend over here. Wow, it didn't get detected there. Very lucky. That's gonna take forever. Yep.
Access granted.
Didn't time it properly. Did not time it properly. But that's not a problem. Don't worry about it. Just got a bunch of magazines here. We have way too many things, too many resources. We don't need to worry about things. What I do need to worry about is where in the hell we're supposed to go. That is M1. That is M1. Both of them are M1. Find and speak with Nia Colvin. Find and speak with Eric Koss. Easy peasy. Saying that a lot recently. It's not a problem though, because, well, both of them were introduced to me in the dialogue. In the same dialogue, so it shouldn't be conflicting in any way or anything. It shouldn't be a matter of like choosing the best path or anything like that. Which, you know, this is the sort of game that pulls that sort of stuff. You having basically a sort of hidden choice at the end of the game, in the way you unlock the objectives or something like that, or pay attention to the details. What a weirdo. Yeah, you are a weirdo. Why'd you go over there to that wall? Oh, you wanted to die on this wall. Not enough energy. Possibly a good thing. Yeah, he wanted to... What the heck? Oh, right. He wanted to die because that wall is brokenable. Brokenable? Definitely. That's how it works. And hopefully there's... Well, I can just bypass this, no problem whatsoever. I will hack it, though. For the experience and for the goodies. Capture. For some reason I was having trouble knowing what direction is for capture. It's up. Okay, that's gonna take a little while. Shouldn't be a problem. It isn't.
Access grant.
Did it. Yeah, there's nobody here. So I might as well. Didn't kill you, did I? No. Didn't aggro anybody either. I knew it. Tranquilizer darts. That's a way in. It's not a way out. Why would he hide there? It's weird. Yeah, this is that breakable wall is definitely a way in. It's the way around the hackable door. Okay. Shh. I'll go the other way because it's more fun that way. Oh, it didn't activate the typhoon thing. I believe it is the typhoon or typhoon that makes the slow fall thing. Thought it was gonna happen. What? Oh, right, faucet. Thought it was like a hidden compartment. There's somebody up there. Ooh, I almost got detected. Okay, so that's it for this area. Let's go upstairs. And let's not get detected, because that sucks. This guy has a patrol. There's a camera. Okay, this guy is actually pretty good. I don't have silent running on. Oh, really? And I can't turn it on either because... Oh, this is a little bit risky. Because it uses my energy. It's not a great decision that they decided to force you to have a bunch of chocolates and manage your chocolate what's the word? It's chocolate economy. I feel like it would be a lot better, like with no downside whatsoever, if the game would just, you know, regenerate the experience to the maximum that you have. Or I say experience, I mean endurance. To the maximum, just not a problem. I have 5 bars, just get it up to 5 bars. Takes a little while, sure, whatever. Or allow me to drink. Yeah, that'd be a good thing, but I don't know. I haven't been, it's another one of the credentials, pocket secretary. But like I haven't been too aggressive. What do we have? Stun darts. That's pretty good. I haven't been too aggressive with eating it, and I have a lot, admittedly. But I just don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable eating chocolates willy-nilly. I do it when I need to. But it definitely changes the... Like, I could use more abilities if I... At least 2. I mean, yeah, not even all of them. Just 2 of them. Just... Or make me have to use a praxis kit or something to... Or unlock it with a environmental find or something. There's so many ways to make that better. Okay, we're gonna be fine.
Access granted.
And we have some cameras. Cannot disconnect the lasers from here. Jaren Namir, new arrivals. Sir, this is the forwarded email or the reply to email. Sir, you asked me to keep a close eye on electronic communications between our 5 newest arrivals. For the most part, they seem to be sticking to the guidelines you laid out for them. Although there have been a few questionable comments directed to the team leader, I'm not too worried because she always warned them off immediately. Isolation seems to be working for everyone except the Russian capital R. Actually, that's how English does. The Russian nationality is always capitalized. For everyone except the Russian, that is. Who's the Russian? Are we supposed to know that's the guy that makes that changes his accent willy-nilly? No, he's not Russian. He's attempted more than once to hack through our restriction protocols and get messages to the others. I suspect he's going to become a serious problem. I'm keeping an eye on him. And then we have Kaspar Donato over here. Oh, I didn't read the reply. This is from Stephen Higgins. Possibly H there. The one that we read before. Very good, Lieutenant. Keep me apprised. quote, supreme excellence consists in breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting, unquote, dash dash, for now. And then over here we have, hey boss, just a heads up from Higgins again, but Cantrella's email account is getting Nigerian spam again. She swears she hasn't been using tunneling software or anything to access restricted offsite pages, and her logs check out clean. Advise, rather. The reply is, how the fuck are we still getting Nigerian spam email? Higgins, I want you to double check the proxy stack and make sure it's operating on spec. If our security has been compromised in any way, I want to know about it, I suppose. Now, we're sitting on some sensitive data here, boys, and Nigerians will be the least of our worries if our network is breached. Well, if your email is known to somebody, they can send you an email. You're not going to suddenly... How are you still receiving emails? If your email is connected to the internet, which it shouldn't be, I think. But it's like... Whatever. And like, if it's connected, once people know about it, then you receive emails there. What's the do these people not know? I mean, it sort of throws me off a little that they say that it's Nigerian spam, which is false, by the way. The famous Nigerian hack or Nigerian prince sort of thing. Okay, chocolate time. Didn't mean to do this. 5 F1 Q. Now get ready for another F1. F1 again. There we go. So I don't use too many. But let's put this out. Put this away. Thank you. Yeah, it's not Nigerian. It's somebody pretending to be a Nigerian prince. You dummy. Oh my god. Either way, we have seen that many times. It's an old people kind of scam. Don't worry about it if you don't know what it is. Although, judging by the demographics that YouTube tells me that watch my videos, you probably know it better than I do. Because, you know, my channel is for 25 and older. And usually even more than that. Because, you know, RPGs. Kids these days just like League of Legends or something. I don't even know. I don't think I've ever played League of Legends. Or have I?
Access granted.
I've played Dota 2, I believe. And I've played the other one from Blizzard. Okay. Yeah, we need to go in there, which means we're not going in there. But I don't think I played League of Legends. I probably have it associated with my accounts. Just, you know, because it's free game ad. But, oh well. Dota 2 is pretty chaotic and I don't get it either. So, I can at least say that MOBAs, I don't understand MOBAs. I really don't. Okay, so we are accessing Grant and we have a computer over here. Simply unbelievable. At least not a reply. Mr. D -- These new samples are simply amazing. The fragments are definitely human, but present some peculiar, albeit tacit, particularities. But I have to say, this could be it. This could be the break we were waiting for! Exclamation mark. I've started to work on it, and so far, fragmentation and litigation were not an issue. Sorry, not litigation. That's what comes next. Ligation, which is the connection. It comes from ligaments and stuff like that. Fragments were efficiently amplified, and vector insertion reacted as expected to DNA ligase. Well, I don't know that term. Possibly related to that. I am having problems with transfection, though. It's to be expected, and it's probably linked to the aforementioned singularities. Nothing a bit of work and tests can fix. If the cells react as planned and we can properly screen and get proper sequencing, it could remove every obstacle we have faced so far. Even better, we could end up with subjects impervious to blood stream rejection. This goes far beyond simple augmentation rejection. It could modify augmentation technology as we know it. I think that's what, you know, that's what modify. When you modify something, it's always as we know it. Because otherwise, you know, you're not modifying anything if it's not something that you know. Anyway, I think you should inform Mr. Page immediately. I hope you forgive my being impetuous, but I started naming the subjects with the names of the apostles. I believe it's befitting. No, I believe it befitting, because befitting, right? That doesn't... I believe it is fitting, or I believe it befitting. Because if... Right. Considering the underlying subject and the importance of this leap forward. God, this is so exciting. Raymond. And then we have urgent response needed. It's the Nigerian one. Well, at least it comes from an NI email. I don't know if that's the Nigeria top-level domain. If you told me it is, I would believe you. So I suppose at least that much checks out, that anybody can have any top-level... Actually, in fact, it says it comes from there, but look at the headers of the email and tell me where it comes from, because... Okay, that was actually pretty close there. Because you can just, you know, you can send emails with any... this is gonna go well, I think. Maybe. We're gonna need to stop.
Access granted.
You can send emails without authenticating through SMT, basically. Which means you can say, like, you know, send an email instead of being your own personal email. It says that it's from whoever you want, from their own personal email, an email to yourself, which actually is pretty spooky the first time you see that. I've done the test on myself because I worked with email for my job. Look at that, a new email over here, or a new book, and one praxis point, I believe. Yeah, it's coincidentally a one praxis point because we leveled up. Yeah, but you can send an email, just, yeah, I don't know, send it to colonelrpg@colonelrpg.com and from colonelrpg@colonelrpg.com, even though you don't have access to that email. And I would receive it. That email doesn't exist, at least at the time of recording. I would receive it and be like, oh, I sent this email to myself. The thing is, as long as I have a good enough server, that email server basically, that detects this sort of scams and all that sort of stuff, it would tell me this email, the header doesn't, you know, it's not... It's probably a scam. Gmail detects that immediately and tells you it's probably a scam. In fact, most of the time, it just sends it to the spam folder, which can be a little bit of a pain sometimes, but either way. Excerpt from the lecture. I'd like to give you another research story I find absolutely fascinating. This involves Dr. José Manuel Rodríguez Delgado. Sorry, it's Spanish. José Manuel Rodríguez Delgado, a Spanish professor of physiology. Professor of physiology. Physiology isn't a science. What? That's not true. Open the Wikipedia page for physiology. Talking to my phone here, the one that monitors us. Physiology is the scientific study of functions and mechanisms in a living system. So it is a science. There we go. Because physiology is you know, it's like it's usually used as you know, the description of something, you know, the mechanisms and the shapes of things. You say the physiology of this being is so and so, not, oh, I'm a professor in physiology. Either way, Delgado's research interests centered on using electrical signals to evoke scientific responses in the brain. His earliest work was with cats, but later he performed experiments with monkeys and humans. Much of the experiments centered around an invention he called a, quote, stemosiver, unquote, I assume patent pending or something? Anyway, a radio which joined a radio that joined a stimulator of brainwaves to a receiver that monitored EEG waves before sending them back to separate radio channels. This allowed the subject of the experiment full freedom of movement, while also which is not uncommon to a lot of apparatus. In fact, like a chair gives you full freedom of movement. Either way, while also allowing the experimenter to control the experiment. Wait, you should have started with that part over there. That's what matters. So, this is a radio, which is radio waves. Our brains, everything has radio waves, but it doesn't matter. Our brains transmit different waves when they're working. They're alpha waves and beta waves and stuff like that. And they're called like that because they were found early on in the study of waves and stuff like that. But either way, the point is there are certain waves that our brain transmit. But radio is not one of them. Radio is, as far as I know, a lot shorter, or is it longer wavelength? Wavelength? I think that's how it would be. There are a lot shorter frequencies than alpha waves and other things. Either way, the point is this allows people to control people with the brain. Delgado used his stimoceiver, patent pending, to stimulate emotions and attempt to control behavior. In one test involving 4 patients, he stimulated points in the amygdala and the hippocampus to produce, with a typo, a variety of effects, including, quote, pleasant sensations, elation, deep, thoughtful concentration, odd feelings, super relaxation, colored visions, and other responses. So just like normal brain surgery. Delgado later stated that, quote, brain transmitters can remain in a person's head for life. The energy to activate the brain transmitter is transmitted by way of radio frequencies. Oh, that does make sense, actually. That does make more sense. You would use, yeah. That's why it's a radio thing. And the waves themselves of the brain, they're different. You use the radios or the radio frequencies, or either way, the radio waves, to activate the machine, and then through that, make people sad. Which is, well, yeah, that's sci-fi right there, isn't it? Which is, because, you know, the reason why it's sci-fi, and the reason why it's a little bit weird, is because you can do that with much more normal mechanisms. Because this is a sci-fi game, we suspend our disbelief a little bit. Yes, they're not using the color of the I don't know, well, what would be something that is made, well, like for example, airplanes, they have blue seats and stuff like that just to make people calmer. And it's like a statistical analysis rather than necessarily, obviously it's not going to make somebody that's going insane just being like, oh no, the seats are blue, I'm fine now. This obviously doesn't work like that, and that's why sci-fi works a lot better. But yeah, there's on a global scale, there's a lot easier ways to, and actually used ways to influence people's ways of acting and stuff like that are not necessarily nefarious. Like the example of the blue seats in the aeroplanes. But obviously this is sci-fi, so it is nefarious. And obviously in real life there's also nefarious stuff. But anyway, what do we have? Recoil compensation. The bad. The Typhon thing. Nope. What do we have? Smart vision? See through walls? That could be a thing. Let's go with smart vision then. Buy that. Better. Beeping at me. Man, I have all the things. Stealth and answer. No, these are bad. Shoof. That's the least. I would rather buy the aim stabilizer than buy that. Recall. I really don't have anything. Wow, we bought everything. Phew, don't want that either. I prefer the stealth enhancer. Actually, you know what? Oh no, wait. Mark and track. No, that's just dumb. Let's go with these. Flash suppressant cooldown timer. That's good enough, because it's something that I can use, even though I have never found a useful benefit to it at all. But I can use that without it ruining my character or anything. Okay, so where did we come from? Where exactly did we come from? Here, which means the sky bridge is our connection. Okay, let's go to that computer then, to the one that's marked, and then we go upstairs, and then we probably connect to the sky bridge. Although upstairs probably connects to the sky bridge as well. Sounds good enough. Oh, hi. I'm sorry. Hi. Excuse me. I'm just here for a little while, doing my. Oh, right. I came in through here. Okay, doing my investigations and stuff like that. Resist them, Nia. Nia, listen to me. You know what they're doing to us. You recognize the tactics. They're giving life by not taking it, keeping us isolated so that their truth becomes everything. Don't you see the signs? Do not give in to them. This is from Vasily. And then we have an email from Megan. Nia writes, I can't work like this, Megan. How do they expect me to write a program that will run on a biochip I haven't even seen a design for yet? I need to know the layout of the processors, otherwise I can't determine which thread should be suppressed and which should be allowed to stay active. Instead of controlling their damn crowd, I might very well end up inciting it to riot, which it would be the controlling as well. And Megan replies, Nia, you're thinking too narrowly. The positioning of the processors is just the detail. It doesn't really matter. What matters is the input coming into the chip from the nervous system. That's what's generating the individual and or multi-threads you need. Multiple or, yeah. Individual and multi-thread? Okay, that makes sense. You need to suppress. Focus on isolating these patterns, and I think you might actually get somewhere. But if it makes you feel better, H told me Eric's designing the ship. You've worked with him long enough to know how he thinks. Right. Anyway, we're out of time for today. So, for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Deus Ex Human Revolution. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.